Hello. Hello, Jose. Hello, Golden Glitch. Hello, Sarah. Yes, I remember you. You updated the comment. I don't believe that a text explanation is ever going to explain this. Oh, if you have an example model, that's even better. Then I can actually take a look. L Scott here. Scott the was. Oh, well, if you can't send it, then I think we're just out of luck. I made the crash screen for less than 4 MB, for less than 8 MB of RAM work again. So we still need a graphic for it. But basically, when you try to play this game with less than 8 MB of RAM, you get a screen like this. You are in need of water, then drink some water. Sorry, you're not an idiot. Shouldn't have said that. I mean, you might be an idiot, but I don't have proof of that. Okay. So I think we're going to make the baby Yoshi control the warping behavior here. Maybe not. The expansion pack is required. This is not because the game actually needs it and wouldn't run without it. It's because making it run without it would be too much work for me. More work than I want to do. Do you think of recreating a porting Marcy for a modern game like Unreal and Unity while trying to keep the Arch mechanics as much as possible? It would be fairly easy to recreate this in Unreal Engine. This is what PC pods should do. PC pods should just take Mario 64 and put it on Unreal Engine. Like, what else would be the point of a PC port, huh? Maybe then there'd be a reason to mod it because you want like Unreal Engine's features. I think I could do it in 6 months. The whole game. In Unreal Engine. Well, the whole game minus glitches. I wouldn't remake the glitches from the original game. That's basically impossible. Oh, nice, Marty. An option for 480i output? Nope. No, Unreal Engine is complete dog shit, I agree. And I say this as someone who has been programming in Unreal Engine for 2 or 3 years now. I forgot when I started working. Oh. Hello, Victor Eduardo. Hello, Judy. Do you prefer coding or graphics or composition? Coding? I don't think LLMs are any useful right now for N64 coding. And the problem is, even if they were useful, I wouldn't really be able to use them because people would get mad at me. Hello, Novicando. Spent yesterday myself like 3 hours on Tiny video with ChatGPT. What? What does that mean? I tried to get ChatGPT to generate your code that is functional with Tiny 3D. Since for the ages have C5 RTY code in it for some reason. Why? Oh shit. Is that public? That's not intended. Let me private that repository real quick. Oops. The reason why is simple. The guy that wanted me to make this this game. Oh god, I need to use my authenticator app. Kommen Sie aus Bayern? Nein. Yeah, so the person that paid me to make through ADHs also paid me to put in course 5 from RTYI because he liked it a lot, and it was supposed to be a private release just for him. So I guess if you got it, then you just have early access now. Great. Just made it private now. You watched SMG4 before or even Glitch? I know of Glitch and SMG4. I think I watched the little coconut boy. What's his name? I watched that. How is that 7,000 coordinates? 700s. Did you come out because I wanted to make 6 FPS TDA, but it doesn't compile anyway because it doesn't have textures? Okay, great. Then no one's to it. I wouldn't sell it to anyone. What? They're both scams. I have not been contacted by Nintendo, no. No, I was never much into machinima. The whole haha random humor is just not for me. Yo, Biobag, meow meow. Biobag, did you sign the thing? You gotta get back to me. Exciting stuff is coming. Back from what I've seen had textures, so I thought he just sent push to the wrong repo or something. No, 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 it was intentional to do that. Matari was the name. I don't know what the other name was from the SMG4 characters. They also made the Pomni show, right? The Digital Circus. I think I watched like 5 episodes of that. It's crazy how successful they've gotten. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we're signing Bioback here at Case Industries. Will it be public once you release R2i? I can't be public, I don't care. Brain cutscene. I keep making this mistake just because I'm so used to this. I did a lot of refactors recently, and now velocity and position is just a vector. Any OST wishes for today? Nintendo Cat music. I got it. That's a real game? It's not real. This is not real. It's not. Meow 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 meow. Play that note block nicely. So much you are learning about programming and feeling quite dwarfed with me learning software engineering and games for the future. I mean, I guess it makes sense to learn how to learn, but I'll be honest, I never spent any time learning programming. It just kind of happened. Like, it'd be dishonest for me to tell you some inspirational stuff about, oh yeah, just do these things and you learn it. It's like, no, it's just what's there. Glad to see I picked the E variable both times. I guess that's just inherent. That's good. Good consistency. That's true. I guess memes are evolving faster than ever, but also they are no longer dating as fast. How can this be? Do you think there will be like people in 2031 going 6-7? You asshole. Sie ist er da? The noise was used as torture to extract confidence. Are you implying the Nazis only confessed to war crimes because they were being tortured? I don't know if this is what you should be doing. I feel like there's literally laws against what you just did. Hello, tea time. Six, 7, 9% meta are just same as Big Chungus. You're gonna think this is fucked up, but when Big Chungus dropped, the Reddit army, they were like 100% into it. They were loving it. It only became ironic after the Reddit army started making serious big chungus jokes. Mario doesn't fly up the way we want him to. Also, it should take a little longer. What is this? How's this playing? I put in Nintendo cat music. The S and Wii era Frutiger arrow. Let's do this. I'm glad they're lost to make sure nobody says wrong things. Yeah, me too. You remember that Bitcoin? Nope. It's still more divisive than Trump. Or politics. I don't know which thumbnail one. Which one are you guys getting? Are you getting the politics thumbnail or are you getting the more divisive than Trump thumbnail? You got Trump. Hello, Golden Glitch MKDS. That video did so well. I should just put bullshit in the thumbnail more often. I should just put the I promise this is interesting in the thumbnail. My YouTube channel is from now on going to be social commentary about the state of YouTube. Yeah, it is random, and then it just picks the one that's better. Thank you for the $2 US. Happy birthday. Can this run on Nintendo? It can. Okay, so for some reason, doing this is not moving Mario. I guess what's happening is act reading NPC dialogue is updating Mario's position to the floor. Stationary ground set, okay. How about then there is the action state. And now Mario should be taken into the sky. It definitely would have done numbers, yeah, actually, unironically right. I just realized my mistake. Can you make Microsoft Copilot for N64? I'm sure it's possible, but it's not gonna be very good. No, it's not my birthday. Why does it not move Mario? Oh, I moved these two. Oops. That was dumb. Okay, bizarre things are happening. It moves Mario, but not this. I guess we do need the automatical. Surely now it works? Yeah, my birthday is the 20th of October. Hey, there we go! Mario's moving up with the ship. Ah, this is so nice that you can just do this now. The RTOAI repository is so much better than Mars 6D comp. Been asked before, but has Nintendo given you any flack for this game? No, they have not. See, whenever I upload anything about this on YouTube, there's like 200 comments that are like, oh, you're gonna get DMCA, it's gonna happen any day now, you're so bad, you're gonna be in debt, Nintendo's gonna shoot the homeless beam at you and put you in prison. And then it's like, they don't actually do anything. The fish looks nice. What fish? How do you know about my fish? Is the anti-alias option even work on Project 61? Nope, it doesn't emulate those. Okay. Does Mario enter public domain? Do we need to wait for RTY's release until then? So... I've seen Starflower open. How does this one work? We're just gonna make a new cutscene for this. So... Cutscene... Ocean... What? I copy this part here. Oh my god, I love my system so much. This is so good. So good. Look at this, we can just set the desired angles and stuff. What do we want? We probably want just above 80 degrees and 180 degrees, so like this. We want relatively... Yeah, this should be good. Look how easy it is to add a new cutscene. Oops, this is the wrong name. Literally all we had to do was just this. And then just for the last part, we do this and we're all done. Friends love telling you how your fan project that they love is going to get you killed and you should just give up. That's true. There's even that one video that everyone cites where it's like the shut the fuck up video. I gotta tell the guy who made that video to shut the fuck up. I wanna talk to him. He needs to learn to shut the fuck up about things he has no idea about. Learned helplessness. It's not learned helplessness, this is imagined helplessness. You know what happens? What actually happens is there's 100 ROM hackers, they start working on 100 ROM hacks, 90% of them were going to give up before they get to the end anyway. And they start working on it, and then half of them give up, and maybe at some point like a rogue company takes down a single media file, uploads somewhere, and it's not even Nintendo, it's going to be Ninbrando or something, and their website just links to some bullshit with a bunch of viruses, and then they're like, oh, Nintendo took us down, well, I guess we have to stop developing the game now. Such a shame, we were gonna finish it, but Ninbrando just took down my game. I guess it's not my fault, guys. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Ninbrando. That's what's happening. And then these fucking idiots are in every YouTube comment section be like, oh, but Ninbrando took it down, man. You have to be careful. The Ninbrando threat is real. So Nintendo's going to take down the game, bro. Nintendo don't even care about it. But it's true. Most of the takedowns are not from Nintendo. They're from people impersonating Nintendo. Okay, that's almost what we want. I think the pitch is a little too high. I think we actually want a pitch that slowly goes down. Like this. And then it's going to take down the game. Need to still run at 30 or so. They get 16. That's true. Well, actually, most N64 games did run 30 FPS. That's real. I mean, copyright sound like terrorism. Well, there's a lot of people just making shit up, I guess. Oh, wrong cutscene timer. This upload certainly cutscene ending the wind if I wish I recall my opinion. And the ship is going to move with him. So it looks different from what it should actually be looking like right now. Okay, something like that. I think we could go with a lot more distance. It could be a little lower. The angles could be also a little lower. If we have to worry about the insects getting too warm and running autonomic, no. See, one thing I really want to do is program a thermometer for the N64. Just for the fun of it. I think this cutscene looks mostly good. The Yoshi ship should probably like move up slower. Overall, like what if the Yoshi ship did this and it moved up, and then slowly the angle went further and further down? I think that would work. Yeah, like a thermometer. You profile the N64 CPU processes, and then based on how fast each process is, you can determine the temperature from that. Because N64s do run slightly differently at different room temperatures. Which is a fucked up thing to say by itself, but it is what it is. No, I don't have to worry about the N64 overheating. At least I never worried about it. But I also never played my N64 game for very, very long in hardware like that. Okay, there we go. This is the cutscene to enter. Let's turn this to 400 just for a test. See if the Yoshi talks to you the way he's supposed to. Benji but you need to put the NC next to the down. Oh, that's so cool, actually. Wait, what if we do that? Isn't that how T-Rism works? Lots of people claiming there is an omniproperty and you ought to do what they say. Oh, terrorism, that's weird. Oh, I see. Maybe? Not enough power. Get more stars. Okay, that works. So... So every time it takes down stuff and it's kind of annoying. It's like, oh no, making this project, but be careful and then we'll take it down. Yeah, it's... I sometimes get people like joining the Discord and having a mental breakdown about the fact that I publicly developed the game. They're like, please Case, please, please, you need to develop this game in secret. I don't want you to go homeless. Nintendo is going to find your game and make you go homeless. That's actually like the exact wording they do. They're like, yes, Nintendo can just pick out a person even though they're not doing anything legally wrong and make them go homeless. Which is the most insane thing in the world to me. How are you gonna make me go homeless? Please. How does that work? You need to preheat the Mario to 200 degrees before playing. True. Okay, make 2 or 3 Yoshis that don't spawn until Bowser 2 is beaten. Yes, we're gonna do that, but that's for later. There needs to be an open hole next to the Super Happy Tree Roots. Right. Honestly, I think the boss fight just has to be in an alternate version of this, where we copy this. Like, what if this area is just also part of the last Bowser level, but all the trees are going to be wilted, and the melons are not there anymore, and there's a hole in the ground, and like everything is burning? I think that's the way this should go. The arena needs to be unleavable. Maybe thorn bushes that spawn around. Well, that's also for the end. Look, the entrances, the way to the airship, and the way to the Super Happy Tree. That's also for the end. This part is a melon garden first. During the fight, all the trees are wilted, and Bowser destroys them as he walks into them. Okay. I'm actually gonna remove all of this thing here. Can I? No, it's not like that. I think that's all the things visible and watermelon is awesome. Then it was smart they would fund the game and actually release it. I'm sure that's not that easy either. Need a fruit juice bar. That's for Zena to make. I will just leave the houses like this for now. In the Melon Garden, there's a gardener Yoshi. At some sky ground, a bunch of Shy Guys attack, and you have to save him from getting spiked by them. If you love watermelons so much, what do you think of the mission in Mario Sunshine with the watermelons? Bro knows what kerosene tastes like. Guys, opinions on storing a toothbrush in the bathroom? Well, you guys respond to that. Let me think about what to do for this mission. So I was thinking there'd be a Yoshi here. He's a gardener. And he gardens. And eventually a bunch of Shy Guys with spears appear. And he says, "My garden has been infiltrated. They're gonna steal my melons. Can you help me?" And you need to go through here and find all the Shy Guys and, like, kill them all. Microdosing poop for bacteria resistance. Start a toilet, go direct to the source. Sunshine Watermelon mission isn't even that bad, unpopular opinion. Counterpoint. The gameplay itself, maybe if it isn't that bad, you have to look at the Mario Sunshine Bridge. I think Mythbusters busted that already. Busted what? Storing your toothbrush in the poop machine? Or like they busted the fact that you should be able to do that, or they busted the fact that this is a bad thing to do? Oh yeah, these watermelons are like 20 triangles each. They're awesome. Poop machine, yeah. Me. When I'm on the toilet, I'm the poop machine. And Big Ruby Yoshi, oh no, they want my melons. They're going to come and grab my melons. Please, Mario, you have to protect my huge, juicy melons. That is true. Rare would do that. The amount of figure matter on a toothbrush in the mirror room, any other room is about the same. Unfortunately, they showed the opposite. they showed that there is a lot of fecal matter on the bathroom toothbrush. So unfortunately, you remembered the myth exactly wrong. Okay, I think we're going with that idea when it's just a Yoshi here, and he's upset that his melons are being invaded. Why are they not round? How many triangles would you like me to add? God damn. You guys think this is actually just too pointy? I mean, that triples the triangle counts. It's technically doable, but dang, that's so many triangles. Kinda look pointy as fuck. God damn it. Sphere might be good. Yeah, to be fair, I did copy them from something that's very, very small, so it wouldn't be that obvious in the small one. It's okay. We will leave it like this for now, and then Bioback can decide what to do with it later. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. Should they be just those Japanese square watermelons? That'd be a great excuse. What happens if you ground pounds the watermelons? Nothing. Our Sunshine did have square watermelons, but they were beveled, so they don't look that squarey, I guess. The current music? DS and Wii era Frutica Airwall. Oh. We gotta give him RGBs. What RGB do we give him? It's to like 85 stars for this. This will be a late game mission. I think Game when they showed that it didn't matter what room, all of them had bacteria. Right, but I mean, maybe fucking YouTube lied to me because I saw this on a short and you can easily edit the shorts to like fucking lie. But it definitely said, and I saw this morning, that there's way more E. coli on the ones that are in the bathroom. But maybe YouTube just lied and they just cut it like that. What color do we give him? He is a melon farming Yoshi. I feel like he should contrast with the melons. A little bit. I feel like... blue. Pink, red contrast well. We can do a pinkish red as well. Hey man, big fan. Sorry, this is kind of obscure question. Do you know if the Ninja were ever working on the program he said about 64 working in a certain language? And do you know if the language was in English? I don't know what language they wrote their source code in, but it was C. You get good at N60. Do you get good N64 video out on a real Nintendo 64? Capture card. And HDMI mod, ideally. Ace, I love you, kiss me. No. I think speaking English is relatively uncommon in Japan, especially in 1996, so maybe not. Just a point. What point would I be proving? I just want to make a mod. But, yes, this one's pretty easy to do. We'll base it off this one. He's not a womp, but he can use the womp text variable, I don't care. This is 1.5. It's put the wrong pop-up one. See, maybe for Melon Star, the next admin. Just to avoid confusion, I'm gonna use hexadecimal. Alright, what else? What did I miss in chat? A million messages. My brother on Thompson was like a dream and he started making mods. Used to continue to middle finger to replace the band-aid on the microphone. They should have written Mars Rust, sure. Don't know of Eries. Oh, you mean the long ghosts? They would be kinda cool. Beach tips. Is that what like musicians did in 2004? Is that the haircut? Where you have like a bunch of spikes that go up? Looks very goofy. Hello, Game Hero Studios. When on adding Eries, they could behave like walk inside survival. They always go forward in groups. They could have free for survival. Yeah, that would look pretty cool. You know, there are reproduction cards of your hack, the missing link. There are reproduction cards of literally everything I do. I can't stop it, unfortunately. The reason I would want to stop it is that I'm worried about the legal implications here. Hello, Zayna. Merry Christmas, gamer. We got us release a skin for an Everdrive summer cards. Like, you want me to get Everdrives or summer cards and put on like my own label, load up the ROM and then sell that? That sounds very illegal. Can I ever make another Zadok like the missing link? Maybe. I mean, if I become giga rich, I can do whatever I want. If someone drops like 10 million right now, then I will guarantee that I will make a full major offering of time, like after Return to Yoshi's Island is done. 10 million is what you have to drop for that. Then, like, it's guaranteed. It will be the best tech ever. Majora's Mask hack. You can get both for 10 million. Draft and I get keys to make a full Ocarina of Time ROM hack. What a bargain. Running Benji free for 5 Melon. I mean, I guess I would do it, but I would have little passion for it. So I don't know if that's something you would want. You're not gonna get 10 million on a GoFundMe for an Ocarina of Time ROM hack. Sending a course and an Ocarina of Time hack? What does that even mean? Ocarina of Time is too connected to make single courses. It's gonna turn out bad if you approach it that way, I think. Yeah, I think this should work then. Wonder what could I possibly do after missing another RTI? Otherwise it doesn't get in the way, of course. Though I could see opportunities to read most fancy for Megas via commissions. The commission landscape is kind of dry, I think. You can of course always make more side levels for me if you want. I can pay you like a small commission, but it would not be something that you could live on. The other side levels that I have are much more smaller than your side level though, and I'd probably want to keep it that way. Where the hell is my Yoshi? Am I insane? He is not in the area. That's what's going on. Dipped your toes in making music so far, aromatic and diverse? I have tried. I don't like making music because the way you compose music is fucking stupid. Why is it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H? 8 letters for 12 notes? Give me 0 to 11. And then 1, 0 to 1, 11. That's what I want. I don't want to be like, oh, this is the note D, which is 2 semitones above the C. I want to be like, this is 2. 2 stands for the 12th root of 2 to the power of 2. The secret H note? It's an H note. Is there not? Maybe there isn't. Actually, I think the H note only exists like in the German version of it. It was something stupid, like the B is called the H in the German version. He wants to take the opportunity to turn on the to get some stuff. Yeah. There's an H note in Germany and one of... Yeah, there we go. That's why I was thinking of the H note. Banjo-Kazooie being 16 megabytes sounds about right. My game would also be 16 megabytes if not for WAV file imports. The German H is just be... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so my guy should be here now. And then we just need to program the Overworld invasion to happen at this many stars, and I think we have everything then. Use letters for notes. Wait, what? What do you guys do? No way, France is actually the based one here. Free text. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Okay, that's even worse. You guys are using letters. You're just using multiple letters per note. Oh, that's a poop Yoshi. Where's my Yoshi poop? We just start +3. But +2. Wait, how do I have a poop Yoshi? Hello, Simpson. True. Too many ads. How did Christmas go? It was good, yeah. Get anything new? What did I get for Christmas? I got the water thing for your teeth. The thing about the music and I'm making is music only the half which already haven't. You learned about the tracks anyway, which is a whole other kind of worms. Oh. We got the right, the badminton rackets. We can play badminton again. I like badminton. Am I fucking stupid? What was this? Zero. Okay, no wonder the cards were fucked up. Why did no one tell me? Yes, I can edit 3 lines at once. And I have lots of chocolate. Look at this. Santa Claus brought me a whole sock full of chocolate. Isn't Santa Claus a nice guy? Something that I called The Alien and the Horse, and it was as good as you can expect. It had soul. Marty, why have the milk power-up? Sure, whatever, man. Der Weihnachtsmann. True. I love Chucky. Did we give him a different color for the overworld? I kinda think he deserves a different color here. And what a message. I feel like red would be better. Wow! That's the one color I wouldn't want, because we already have red ones. Actually, you know what? This color is best, just because it implies they're from the same tribe. That'll be savory. And blue. No, yellow. I've already decided I want yellow. We don't need this one, but we do need idle. Attack. And we need walk/run. The other things are bad. Well, he is an evil enemy. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Doesn't compile. Yes, half 64. Decided to update its thing. I'm mad at this. This is so annoying. I'll do my basic animating. One of them will need some basic animations. Yes, Zena does do the animations for RTYI mostly. Zena and Pixel Palavra. Wii Sports ass music. No, this one's explicitly evil, not just shy. Mario Kart Wii. You can hear screen 9 now? Nice. I think this is not working. Because of the space in there. Interesting. Yeah. Bad idea. How about we delete all this? We rename this. And then we re-export all that. Just make sure I got the order right. Battle attack rock run. Okay. Now we need to make clean again, and now hopefully it builds. But you know, to code everything and do whatever you want to decode, because one of the things you could do doesn't have any transfers. You use your brain. Okay, so you have the original error screen image? I do, but please don't use it. Don't even reference it. Oh, is that the Legend of your ship? No! We finished that. We're now doing the next mission, which is the secret star in the Overworld. Well, it's not very secret, it's like an event that happens. Yoshimi, Yoshimi. Yeah, that Yoshi's not looking very panicked. But the Shy Guys are here, and that's the important part. This might be a few too many Shy Guys to beat. I imagine this would be annoying to do. Well, I want something cool for the arrow screen. You kind of have your creative freedom here. My only requirement is that it has the exact error message that Nintendo needs developers to have. Huh. Pushing them doesn't work anymore. Interesting. This would be less annoying to do if the collision was working correctly. Nintendo did not require the message to say 8 megabytes of RAM, no. The error message I put there is wrong. I put the exact wording that they need you to have in the RTYI channel. Could be a gimmick to this fight at least. Yeah, something about the fight just isn't fun at all right now. I was thinking the gimmick would be that you have to find the Shy Guys in here. I think we have that, Keaton. You know, if there's only one Melon left and you have a wave shy guy coming in and you need to defend the Lonesome Well for a while. That would be very cool, but then I need to make all the Melons dynamic objects, which I guess I can do. Yes, it's possible. Man. Well, no, at that point I just make all the Melons one object. All different objects. I like Melon defense too, and that's the problem. So I guess what we would do is we remove all the Melons on that act only, or once the mission starts only, except for one. The Melon is there, and the Yoshi has the pop-up text that says help with a large polling distance, way bigger than what I have right now. Let's double this. And then after you talk to him, maybe like a cutscene plays of Shy Guys approaching. Let me just think about how the Shy Guys would act. Because it definitely would be a lot more fun to fight them with, like, not all these Melons in the way. I guess they wouldn't come all from the same direction. They would be from different directions. What happens when they touch them? Does it just fade out and you lose? We can absolutely make the Melons grow, depending on star count. That's actually the coolest idea for what to do with if there were objects. Okay, let's think this mission through. Melon defense. I like Melon defense. The Shy Guys come running out of here and the other side with their spears. They detect these holes and jump over them, and they run at the Melon. They run. Maybe they have like a random arc to their run. Yes, these Shy Guys do not swim. They don't like swimming. So you talk to the Yoshi, you see a cutscene of the Shy Guys running into the Melon. You have to go to the Melon and defend it. I think the Shy Guys should all be coming from the same direction, honestly. All from this direction, maybe. And then we could put the Shy Guy on the entire opposite end here. We can make the mission about attacking the Shy Guys as they come in. Maybe it's like this Melon that stays. And then you can just camp the door and it's not fun. Well, they would have to have like big radiuses they move in. I would have to give them like randomized paths. Like they would... Some would like spawn here and jump over, others would spawn here and jump over. And then they could be like going this way. Or they could go both ways. What if the Shy Guys try to carry the Melon away? Oh. What's this? Yeah, so 4 different... You have 4 different sides in mind. Okay, well, we don't have 4 entrances. We can only really do 2. From bushes that they jump out of. Oh. What's so bad about just having 2 entrances though? You just have 2 entrances and they go like randomish paths, there isn't really anything you can camp. They do lower their spears when they dash towards you. .5D fight? Not quite, come on. If they take like curves to go around, I think you're fine. I don't think it will be a problem. So making the melon an object, I think that's like 100% guaranteed. We do that and we actually make the melons grow throughout the game. We can have each melon give like a random scale and then we add like an additional scale depending on the star count. And that will make all the melons grow and that will look very cool. That adds a lot to how the world feels alive in my opinion. The one problem I have remaining with this is what happens when they touch the watermelon? Do you just lose? Do we just fade Mario out and place him back to in front of the Yoshi and you have to redo? I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah. Part 9. Melon field will be empty except for 1 melon. The Yoshi has a big radius to help. Talking to the Yoshi starts a cutscene of the Shy Guys coming in from sides of the melon. Do you get anything when they're all grown? It would feel natural, but it would be another star you get for beating the game. I don't think you would get anything. It's more like an Easter egg that you maybe find. Find yourself a case to make your ideas into an actual game and work for you. True. If you really want, you can make a side level for me, maybe. Because there's a bunch of side levels that we have to do that I don't want to make. I mean, he should shoot Shy Guy variant. The big ones could be Melon, Steelers, Busters, while the small ones run interference. Nah. I'm not making more Shy Guy variants. I just want to make the mission, guys. Let's not add unnecessary complications. Make a what? A side level. See, I need a lot of side levels in this game. And it's going to be a lot of work. And the more work other people can do, the better. This song is muted. There we go. Side level, yes. Like a small level of 1 star. There's actually a ton of side levels that I still need. If you would look. We have Marty's Greek Garden. This one's pretty much done. We have the Windflower Slides. This one is done. We have a Golf Mario side level. Where you, like, play golf in the sky. Golf is via cannons. Rising Lava side level. A Yacht level. The Conspiracy Theory Yoshi's House. An Oil Tanker. Something based on Dynamic Lights. We already have that. Manta Ray Surfing. A Wingcat based level. Cloud Cap level. A Yoshi Race Stadium. Shy Guy Seeks, Rolling on Pinball, the Pepper Fruit based level maybe, Shell Dive, Race Against a Shark, and the Planetary Gravity level. Now, not all of these are guaranteed to be in the game, but these are ideas we have. Are we going to get... Yes, so we might have to just go and like change the art style if it looks too different. I think the Asa Windmill Flower Slide is not really a clashing art style at all. And I think it's because I updated a lot of the shaders. Not this one. Not this one. This one here? The art stuff of this feels very fitting to RTUII in my opinion. And it's probably because I made a lot of the shaders here. What do you think? I agree though, the art style on Marty's level is a fair bit different from the rest of the game. But I do agree that for future levels we probably have to reel it in a little bit. Yeah, it's made like half by Asa and half by me. Asa like did a lot of the assets here, and I did the finishing touch. Does not have any quality of the iron. Most levels we saw are quite high quality. If they're not the quality we need, then obviously we will polish them up. Made Ghost Story 64 with its level on the screen look good enough. Let me see Ghost Story 64. This. So, you know, this is not polished enough graphic-wise. But I think we can do a lot of fixing just by getting better shaders. But something like this is just... It's not smooth, you know what I mean? There's like seams all over the place. That's not something we would be able to do, unfortunately. I think Asa level looks more different from the rest of the game than Marty's does. Really? That's very surprising to me. No, Harland, this is not a democracy. I do the final decision. I don't even want to give you the illusion of choice. Your only method of influencing the voting results, or the results, is by influencing my opinion. Do you have like a video of it, Sunny? Then I can take a look. Anyway, let's take this melon here and separate it into something. All kind of tilted. The one that's not tilted. And I appreciate the sentiment, and it is great that you want to make guest level. But obviously I have to make sure that they do fit the graphical quality in a way. But even then, like, even if you can't produce something that's the same quality, you could still try, and then maybe we can salvage some of it to make the level, or maybe we can update it. You know, a lot of it is not just actually making the graphics, it's also like making the ideas and stuff. Hello, Clayman. Oh, nice. This is a good watercolor. Okay, since we are making this a separate actor, we have the chance to add more triangles. Why are there triangles at the bottom if it's covered in leaves? Not that covered, I guess. I run this on PlayStation 1. Oh. Okay, how is this for rounders, huh? What now? Who's gonna complain now? That's what you get for hating on my watermelon. You get a nicer looking one. Too tall? I guess I can kind of see it. The melon you're defending is shaped kind of like an egg, and at some point later in the game it turns out it's an egg, and the melon strapped Yoshi edges out of it. Cute. But, I don't wanna... I don't wanna have to make a striped Yoshi too. We're actually running out of memory here at some point. We might actually just have to add like a third level just to store more data. Maybe we should make each overworld part its own separate level. Maybe that would make sense. Because then the amount of data you'd have to load is not as much, but then there'd be so many duplicates of a lot of actors. Now that melons are going to be actors, could they be squashable? Do you really want to destroy the Gardener Yoshi's whole work? Come on. He shouldn't be allowed to do that. Poor guy, what's he ever done? Hundreds, 691 to 700. This one grows like a cabbage. Okay, so for the scale, we're going to have a B parameter that adds to this, and then also a star count that adds to this. So the scale is going to be like much bigger at the end. Let's do something like LBJ scale 1.0.5 half plus B parameter 2 divided by 255 plus half stars divided by 200. Actually, it's too much. 400. So they can go. They scale around 0.5 watermelon sizes by the end of the game. You're probably not going to notice this immediately while you're playing the game, but you should notice this at the end, which I think is going to be cool. No, Super M, I will never give you an estimate for a release window unless I already have the game done. Please calm down, Super M, you're getting a little too rowdy. I need to name my actors. I can't tell which one's a watermelon, which one isn't. 1 second. I have a script for this saved somewhere. There we go. Makes more sense. Aha. That was the watermelon over here. And there's none over here. There's nothing over here. Then the rest seems mostly fine except for here. I've never been much of a 3DS user. Right, let's get a vibe for this. I'm not a 3DS hater. I never said that. You're Twitter usering me right now. They get big enough? The nearby Yoshi should be drinking watermelon smoothies. That sounds lovely. I want a watermelon smoothie. Okay. No issue here. They may be a little too big. This one probably has to go. Right, let's reduce the base scale of these by a little bit. So no Shy Guys destroying mounts for which when there are too few units to mission. No, that's the idea. We're just getting the mounts ready so that we can actually make them disappear later on. I think this Melon here should probably go. That one already moved. Now, what's with the graphic error? Couldn't be too many collision triangles. Right. I actually don't know what this is. Does it disappear if I kill some Shy Guys? It's not. Yeah, maybe tea time. I was thinking something like that as well, actually. So the collision on some of these melons just doesn't work. Hello, Adam Lamau. Yeah, what the hell is that? What the hell? I don't think this is just me having too many watermelons here. This is actually a bizarre bug I have not experienced before. Oh! They were using the render inf.pg function. That would surely mess with things. The star spawns above you, and there's not going to be any melons here during the actual mission, so there's no chance now. There we go. Without the inf.pg function it actually works. Good. Yes guys, all these minor graphical improvements, we can do them, but not right now, because right now I do not care. It just doesn't matter. Wait. Huh? The collision and the graphics are just completely desynced. That's why it's not solid. No, the collision is not offset. I think it's rotation related. I think not all rotations are properly calculated in when you're doing the collision model. You wanted to ask? What did you want to ask? So this is the melon that will stay, one of these. How about we move this in the middle? This will stay. How about we make this the smallest melon? Only the smallest melon stays. Does having no texture on the collision map help with perf? No. Textures don't get exported from the collision map. Okay, we're not listening to that. What the fuck was that? There we go. All the melons are gone except for the smallest one. King Albertus songs. I want to listen to the Cats Nintendo OST. How does the Cats OST sound like? This is awesome. I want to play this. I can feel my brain getting smoother as I listen to this. Nice, Martin. I think your level will be 30 FPS now, with all the improvements you've made. It sounded like VTuber music, yeah. It's the type of shit a VTuber would put out. Hello, future 34 and past. Okay. So, what do we really need here? Let me just look at my list again. LTS Overworld, okay, we have that. We need to start a cutscene. Disguise around the melon with randomish curves, left/right. Okay. We can do all that. Let's write text for him first. We have my melon garden. Heart on it. We're gonna have a happy Yoshi sound. It's my melon. Hi guys. They destroyed all my melons. My melons. Come back. Wah. We should get a Yoshimoto and put some glass on it and do a VTuber stream. Oh god. Or to destroy them? I know, they're evil. So. Three. Wait, cutscene. Go back to everything. Cutscene. Then I'll have the something like this is fine. We should... No, I'm not doing that. Top 50 no copyright sounds? No, this is Cats 2 from the Pets game for the Nintendo DS. Have you guys played Fossil Fighters? Fossil Fighters are awesome. How did Fossil Fighters not take off? You get to play with big fucking dinosaurs. How cool is that? They're from networked IRL tradable tokens. You mean like Wi-Fi connection, not Wi-Fi connection, the Nintendo DS connection Pokemon trades? That's a networked IRL tradable tokens. Then we also need to try guys spawns. I think they just come from up here and like behind the hills basically. Thinking about how to best do this. I don't think I want to make pre-made splines. Instead, I want them to pick a random location. One random location along this strip, and then they just go here. And these guys get one random location along this strip that they go to, and then they go towards the melon. And they start by dashing. I think that's a good way of doing this. So they start here, they dash at the beginning, and now they get their random strip location, and they run there, or they would run here, jump the gap, and then they go towards the thing. Same here, they would start here, here, run down, get their random location, which might be like here or here, and then they run towards the melon. So they would all be like coming from this range and this range. I think that works. Gambling targeting children. Why didn't I think of that? But is gambling targeting children really that profitable anymore? There are too few children being born. I think nowadays you gotta target the adults. Put skins in the game that you can only win by gambling. And it's like big titty anime girl skins. That's what works nowadays. Oh, I already have a spear spawner, that's crazy. You know what? We don't even need this Shanghai invasion active for the Overworld Melon. The melons are going to be permanently despawned. We don't need this actually. You know what? We should just make this on init. If you get more than this amount of stars while you are in the overworld, then it's fine if you have to enter level once before. I'm completely fine with that. You know, I was thinking there's actually one great use for crypto. Do you guys know of Scattershot? Scattershot is a program that brute forces Mario 64 tool-assisted speedruns within certain parameters to try to get the best time. What if we invented Mario Coin? And you get 1 Mario Coin for every frame that you improve over the 120 star task using Scattershot. So you have Scattershot to mine Mario Coin, and people can buy Mario Coin to incentivize people to make better tool-assisted speedruns. How cool would that be? The one crypto with an actual use case. And the only way to do it is to make Mario speedruns. We just made another shitcoin. What? What the coin value would be? Well, the value is that people buy it to incentivize people to improve tool-assisted speedruns. It's like almost donation-based. So in combinations of an even read 0 of doing anything useful. Well, Scattershot right now is actually pretty useful. It is doing some pretty good things. It's a little smarter than just brute forcing. Terrible investment, I'm all in. We could be folding the Here for Cancer right now, we either make Cancer coin. True. But there's no incremental progress towards curing cancer, right? So that's not something you could verify. For the Mario 64 test, you can absolutely verify that it works. Can Mario Kart be split in quarter for each quarter step optimized? Maybe. I haven't thought it that far yet. Gonna pump and dump the Mario 64 test speedrun con. You're free to do so, man. The 0x78. No, 77. Oh my god, so many model IDs. You know what? I actually don't think I need this at all. Now that I think about it. Alright. We now have the basic infrastructure for it. We still need to make the cutscene play. We need to make these guys spawn, which I think we're just gonna go on questing. We're just gonna do it like this for now. But this is all I will be doing today. Next time, hopefully we can finish the whole mission. I think it's reasonable. But for today, I'm feeling pretty exhausted. So we're gonna keep going next time. Until then, bye bye.